Look at that boy standing there. 7 years old, smart, creative, very introverted, but with the world under his feet. Or not. According to the statistics, he was doomed to fail. He's a son of a migrant single mother who lives in a deprived neighborhood with drugs and violence and has 1 in 5 chance to be the perpetrator or the victim of a crime. That boy, that was me. I could never concentrate in class, always looking outside, dreaming. While the teacher was explaining the sums, I would see clouds go by in the shapes of dragons, butterflies, and gnomes. My head was everywhere except for class. And the thing is, all the children in class, they had 2 parents, and the boys, they were proud of their fathers. They had professions like police officers, carpenters, or firemen. I didn't. I only had my mother, and I didn't know exactly what she did, except that she would leave early in the morning to work in some factory. I remember this time in class that I said that I wanted to be a filmmaker. Everybody laughed, and the teacher told me that I wasn't good enough. I thought, yeah, maybe he's right. Because everybody that I saw on television, they were white, and they had a Hilversum accent. I didn't. They were everything I wasn't. But I was obsessed with movies. I had a lot of videos of my hero, Jim Kelly, with titles like Black Belt Jones or Black Ninja. I used to watch him every night. And every morning, before I go to school, I would watch the diving adventures of Jacques Cousteau. I could redo the movies of my heroes frame by frame, but I realized that I was limited. A camera in the 90s cost a fortune. I didn't know anybody in Hilversum, and I didn't know how to get into film school. So I really started thinking, yeah, my teacher was right. I will never be a filmmaker. So I got ashamed of who I was and where I was from. I started hanging out in the streets, and I didn't want to go home because it wasn't safe. At one moment, it could be peaceful. The other moment, it could erupt into violence. I still get shivers down my spine when I hear the menacing voice of my mother's boyfriend threatening her. The fear in me that he would hurt my mother. So I took to the streets more and more, going to school less. There's where I found my peers. There's where I found my creativity. We were rapping, making beats, dreaming of a better life. But it wasn't always like that. I got caught up into fights, and before I knew it, I got in trouble with the law. It even went so far that I couldn't go on the streets anymore. I had to watch my back. So I got depressed, and I locked myself up in my room. But somewhere deep inside, I still wanted to be a filmmaker. I had the passion and the drive to do it. So I gave myself a chance. I took up on the streets to confront my demons. As I was walking through the city center, I got eye to eye with my enemy. We got into a fight. And at that moment, I had a choice. Use violence or lose. I chose to lose in front of everybody. But I gained my freedom. And what did I do with that freedom? I joined the army. I left my neighborhood, my home, my friends, everybody, to start a new life at Kaserne Seedorf in the north of Germany. And there, I found something new. Shooting. That's me, in a marksman course. In that course, I got taught the schraan method. Schraan stands for schiethouding, shooting position, richten, aiming, ademhaling, breathing, afvuren, to shoot, narichten, check-up. I soon realized that I could use this method to improve myself in daily life. So I started writing it down, analyzing, internalizing it. Schiethouding, shooting position. I asked myself, what is my position in life? Is it good, bad, and how can I do it better? Richten, aiming. I had to learn to improve my position, to always aim, keep my eye on the goal and never leave it out of sight. Ademhaling, breathing. I had to learn to stay calm, even if everything is looking blurry and chaotic in the process. Stay calm and breathe. Afvuren, to shoot. To shoot, I had to never doubt myself. I only had one shot. That means that I only had one shot in life. Nakontrole, check-up. Have I reached my goal? Have I gained what I wanted? Yes? Good for me. No? Why? How come? How can I do it better the next time? The army gave me a chance to develop myself. So I started using schrijven in daily life. I used to work for 24 hours on the base, wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, drive to Hilversum to work in a newsroom, and then go to school till 10 in the evening. I did this for 8 years long, till I got the chance to transfer from the army to be in Envara, to becoming a researcher and a documentary maker. My name is Wensly Francisco. I'm a creative director, documentary maker, and author of the book Rust. I'm the son of a migrant single mother who used to live in a deprived neighborhood with drugs and violence, and who had 1 in 5 chance to being a perpetrator or the victim of a crime. I won. I beat the system. My father once told my mother that she couldn't raise me, and if she tried, she would fail. Well, eat your heart out. Thank you.